still here, aren't we? Same spot. No, it's a little bit frustrating over now. Lows will be a little bit further north maybe. A little bit of pressure coming. Yeah, door's well and truly been shut though, hasn't it?
This one is not that bad. Maybe not on the top of the ranking. I think the top one was the one you shoot with the drone, no? And Sicilia. But yeah, like 10 minutes ago it was really red. It was wonderful. And now it's getting daylight, so colors are less flashy, but it's still amazing. We've got no wind, but we've got an amazing views, amazing sunset, sunrises. Sunset and sunrise? Yeah, I mean, just being at sea, and also on those boats, most of the time you're inside and you can't see anything. You can't like just look at the sea, look at the sky. And so that's why I like when it's light. I mean, you can go out and you can have a kind of wildlife, and that we are not having anymore with those boats.
Going north.
Mais vous avez pas parlé de going jibe?
Pressure north.
Oui, non, mais d'accord, mais vous faisiez north-north? Non, vous faisiez du trans.
Ouais,
Ou du 340.
Non.
340.
Le 340 c'était coming up.
Oui, mais bon.
Going down.
Ouais, comme il y a autant
30,
de...
30, tu vois, sorti. Là tu vois, je slow down. Coming up.
There. You gotta feel it soon.
She's not really, oh, big puff.
Yeah. We're gonna have hill.
Yeah, hold yourself.
Yeah.
Big puff. Ooh la, big puff. Could be. Ouais. Big puff. Take its time, big puff.
Puff is
Big
not
puff.
coming
No,
finally.
big puff. He cancel. No show.
Cancel
No show.
Big Puff. Oh.
No show. Big puff, no show.
Rien.
Ah, nothing.
Puis alors on voit pas trop de...
Non.
Tu vois, il y a quand même quelque chose.
You need 2 parties before we arrive.
The opportunity to compete in the Ocean Race Europe this year has been a really interesting step in my career. To date I've been very focused on solo short-handed sailing. I know foiling in rockers very well, having kind of run my own for a while, but to step into a crewed environment has made me expand my thought, helped me to learn a lot of new skills, and yeah, it's been an important step in my career. The Ocean Race Europe has been a lot tougher than I was expecting. You could tell initially that the course was going to be intense, but the weather systems that we've experienced and the intensity of the stopovers was something that I definitely hadn't foreseen. It's been a very tough race.
What moment from this race will stick with you the longest?
There are really quite a few moments that I think I'll remember of when I'm sitting in my armchair in my old days thinking about my sailing career. So the start of the wheel was fabulous. With that breeze, obviously the horrific crash, but then, you know, beyond that, those of us that continued sailing down the Kattegat at 30 knots under that bridge in close proximity, that was incredible. And then similarly going across the Bay of Biscay in company with the other top teams, that was a great moment of learning. It kind of really felt like there was a huge amount of potential. I think in the Mediterranean, the feelings I'll remember the most is probably the utter frustration of being somewhere like this. We've had a lot of light winds and a lot of wind holes and kind of dealing with that. But then we've also had the most incredible sunsets, sunrises and moons every evening, every morning, every night. We're just surrounded by the most incredible beauty. I think in the frustrating moments, then it's the power of the team really comes into its own, kind of collectively taking the strain in order. There's no one person that has to be with everything on their shoulders all the time, so kind of passing the burden around, passing the stress around, passing the frustration around really helps, and if in doubt, a cup of tea makes it all better. I think the Ocean Race Europe is kind of like a demonstration to all young fans everywhere of what the potential of our sport offers. So obviously from a sporting perspective, we've got elite level close racing in highly technical boats, but then also you're seeing a real mix of nationalities, of ages, of genders, all working together, with threading a competition through Europe, which kind of demonstrates that, you know, the sailing community exists all over the world. And then the other thing is the technical element of it. There are the most incredible careers ashore in managing stopovers, in preparing boats, in kind of logistics. All of those things just create a really exciting, really varied career that can take you all over the world. I think the younger me would be really excited if you told her that's where she might end up. You know, I started my sailing career in the 1990s, and it looked very different to how it looks now. We didn't have the female role models in elite ocean racing. There was no pathway for young sailors like me who didn't come from a sailing town, didn't come from a sailing background. So, you know, I desperately wanted a career in ocean racing, but it was a struggle to believe that I could have one. And so, yeah, I think the young me would be really pleased to know that there was a happy ending.